Now, I know this might sound a little bit crazy, but I almost never pay the first medical bill I ever get, whether it's just a doctor visit or even after a hospital stay, right? I'll never pay the first bill, and you probably shouldn't either, because the reality is that 80% of medical bills contain at least one error. And that's not just a conspiracy theory that I've made up, right? That has been verified over and over again. I mean, people across the country are getting overbilled by hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And these are for services that they never received, charges that have been duplicated, or prices that are wildly inflated. The worst part is that people just pay it. Most people just pay it. I mean, they assume that the system is right, but I am here to show you that it's not only okay to question your medical bill, but it's necessary. So after years of research and real conversations with people just like yourself, I mean, I've broken it all down into a simple step-by-step strategy. So in this video, you'll be able to learn why you should never pay the first bill, the first medical bill, how to review it the right way without needing a medical degree, exactly what to say when you call to challenge it, and how to actually fight back, even in small claims court if it really comes down to that. Never pay the first bill. This idea is so important that investigative journalist Marshall Allen wrote an entire book about it, literally titled Never Pay the First Bill. Right? He spent 15 years uncovering how hospitals, insurance companies, and billing departments, they take advantage of ordinary people. And what you can do, it's really explained in this book. And here's the mindset shift that I've learned from this book. Think about your medical bill like the sticker price at a car dealership. It's really just a starting point, right? It's not the final cost. You have the right to review it, challenge, and actually negotiate it. But here's the key. You can't just negotiate it until you know how to review it the right way. Because if you skip the review part, you're going to miss the tiny little details that give you the power to actually negotiate it the right way. So let's walk through it step by step. Here is the 5-step bill review process. The very first thing to do is request an itemized bill. That is the version that shows every single charge, every service, and it also includes the billing codes used. And I mean, without that, you're negotiating blind. Next, you're going to want to look for duplicate charges. I mean, this happens way more than you would even think. I mean, some real examples of this happening is someone was charged twice for the same doctor visit. Another person was billed twice for the same test, and one was double charged for over $13,000 for a procedure. Now scan the bill for anything unfamiliar. I mean, were you charged for blood work you never had? An injection you don't remember? I mean, imagine buying a table at IKEA and the receipt shows a $450 charge for a set of chairs that you never picked up. Would you just pay it? Probably not. But that is what happens when people pay medical bills without reviewing them. Now, step 4 is to make sure that you're paying a fair price. Here is where you gain leverage, right? Let's just say we have 2 hospitals that offer the same exact knee surgery, and one charges $94,000 and the other one charges $18,000. Same city, same procedure. That is a $76,000 difference. And these are real numbers from healthcarebluebook.com. You're going to want to check what others are paying. So use this tool, healthcarebluebook.com, as your negotiation tool. Now, you might argue that the more expensive cost for the procedure is going to have better quality, right? You're going to receive better care. And that is true for a lot of cases. But the main thing here is you just want to see what the fair price is for the procedure that you might be getting done. Now, the last step is to check your insurance. You're going to get a document called an EOB, or an explanation of benefits, which is not a bill. It's like a receipt from your insurance that shows what was billed, what they covered, what was denied, and what they actually paid. So compare your EOB to the bill, and if something doesn't match up, highlight it. I mean, that is going to be fuel for your negotiation. Challenge and negotiate the bill. So now you've reviewed your bill, right? You've found issues. You've done your homework. Now it's actually time to take action. Now, the first step to negotiating is to call the billing department. You're going to want to start with the number listed on your bill. Ask questions, walk them through what you found, and stay calm, clear, and assertive. You're going to want to take notes and write down who you've talked to, the date and time, and what exactly they said, because you want to build a paper trail. Step 2, negotiate with confidence. I mean, this part does scare a lot of people, but don't let it scare you. Hospitals would rather get paid something than nothing. If they ask for $1,600 and you offer $800 to settle that today, they might take it. And this is called a prompt pay discount. So try saying something like, based on what I've researched, this is the fair price for the service, or I can pay $800 today to settle this $1,600 charge. Can we agree to that? And if they say no, just ask what other options are available, but remember to stay polite and persistent. Step 3, ask about financial assistance. Most hospitals offer it, but they won't actually tell you this unless you ask. So just ask them, do you offer any financial assistance or income-based discounts? Because you might qualify for charity care, even if you have insurance. And a little tip, ask for a payment plan, because if you're still sorting things out, you're going to want to have more time. So just ask for a payment plan, even if it's $25 a month. That can help you keep your bill out of collections, which gives you time without wrecking your credit. And if nothing else works, if the hospital won't correct the bill, if your insurance won't help, then you've still got one powerful option, which is small claims court. Now, consider this route only if you've tried everything else, like the charges are really outrageous and you have strong evidence for that. That's going to include your itemized bill. You're going to want to keep that, your EOB, the price comparisons you've made, and the records of your calls and emails with the billing department. And here's how it works. You don't need a lawyer, right? It's pretty simple and fast. All you need to do is file a case asking the judge to reduce your bill to a fair market amount. Bring your evidence and tell your story. And what usually happens, believe it or not, is that the hospital, in many cases, the hospital will even settle before it goes to court because they don't want a public record, right? They don't want a judgment against them. And they know if you have a strong case, then they're not going to want to challenge it. So a final recap, here is a whole playbook. Review your bill carefully. Call the billing department, compare prices, and check your EOB. Negotiate with confidence. Ask about financial aid. Escalate if need be. Use small claims court if you have to. As Marshall Allen says, you just have to refuse to be taken advantage of. And a little bonus for you, which hospitals, they're not going to want to tell you this, but sometimes using your insurance can actually cost you more. I mean, that's right. The negotiated rate with insurance isn't always cheaper than just paying cash. I mean, in some cases, the cash price is often 50 to 80% lower. So just ask them, what is the cash price if I don't use my insurance? I mean, even if it's already billed, you can still negotiate with the tactics that were explained previously. Now you've got the playbook. You've got real tools, real examples, and a clear plan. So the next time a medical bill shows up, you will be ready. Now, if you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe because I post about topics related to health insurance and healthcare, which can definitely help you save money.